Welcome to the third edition of the Davidson Coach's Corner with Scott Abell, powered by Wade & Associates. Coach, let's jump right into it. First half dominance against Georgetown. You elect to receive the ball, march down the field, get the touchdown. On the ensuing possession, Georgetown marches down the field. The defense holds them, turnover on downs. What did that do for your team as a whole?
Yeah, as a head coach, when you think about envisioning the start of your season against a quality opponent like Georgetown, you really probably couldn't script it any better. For us to take it 87 yards on our first drive of the season, 17 plays. I mean, let's just think about that for a minute, right? And then to finish it off with a touchdown, go back out. Our defense really did a great job adjusting on that first drive and held on downs. And it sent just so much positivity, so much confidence throughout our entire program that set the tone for the rest of the game.
You scored on all three. Just 3 possessions of the first half. You held Georgetown to 1 minute and 39 seconds of possession in the second quarter. How crucial was it to keep their defense on the field in that heat, in those conditions?
Yeah, well, we thought, certainly coming into the game defensively, that we thought that was their strength. And we thought if we could get them tired, kind of wear on them a little bit, it would be to our benefit. And it certainly was. And so, we don't ever really plan on the time of possession battle. That's not necessarily key for us. We want to score. It was more important the tempo of the game, and that led to it. And to their credit, we didn't break any really huge plays in the first half. It was just a grind. It was a battle of will. And when I watch the film now, it certainly was that. Our so pleased with our guys' effort and their will in this week one.
You're up 20-0 at the break. Spirits are up. Great crowd at Richardson Stadium. Georgetown comes back, scores 20 in the third. What are you telling your guys to keep their heads up?
Well, it's I guess you lean on experience, and whether we like it or not, we were in that situation quite a few times last year. Where it became a fourth quarter battle, and so we remind them about that. Hey, we've been here before. We say it every day in practice. You can never think about the last play, whether it was a touchdown or whether it was a mistake, and we got to focus on the next play. And our guys certainly are all in on that, and that proved to be the case Saturday late in that game.
The go-ahead touchdown late in the fourth. Will Wicks flash left, cut inside. His first of the year. He was obviously amped after the game. Take us inside the play calling down the stretch.
Oh goodness, he was amped. I said best post-game interview ever, right? So good for him. So golly, we're so blessed to have him in our locker room. But as we got going down that drive and made some key plays, down that goal line, they were really stacking the box inside, and we thought we could get one of our sweeps going outside, and Will's just a dynamic athlete for us, right? And so we thought it was a great opportunity to give him that shot to use his athletic ability. He did a great job, seeing we had great perimeter blocking, but they stretched it out, and we work on that all the time. If you see it stretched, stick your foot in the ground and go north and south, and he did that, and good things happen when our slots do that.
Defensively, I noticed early on Jalen Jefferson was flying around. Harrison Hill filled the stat sheet. Bryce Perry Martin, after the game, I saw him in the locker room during the celebration, just sitting down with his legs up. He was completely gassed. What did you see out of your defense in front of a really strong, big offensive line from Georgetown?
Yeah, a ton of guts. A lot of speed, things that we've worked on since last year. How do we get better? How do we improve? And we thought one of the ways is try to get more speed on the field, right? Moving Harrison down the edge, right, and some of the transitions we made in personnel really paid off for us. And I really got to give a shout out to a couple of our seniors who I just thought Tony Collins, in probably the best game he's played in my time here, and Bryce Perry Martin, I thought really played like seniors. Stepped up and led the way, and George, those 3 guys that are 3 captains, probably collectively played the best 3 games they've played in my time here, and I'm really proud of them.
One of the best crowds we've had at Richardson Stadium in some time. How did that factor into the win?
Well, I'm glad you asked that, because I before this was over, I was going to make sure I gave them a shout out, and Steve Smith and his family making it possible for so many people to come to this game that maybe couldn't come, and just we're so grateful for our crowd, our community, the involvement, the spirit that's behind our program right now. It made a huge difference, and I hope they're I hope they're listening. They watch this Coach's Corner. I want them to know how grateful and thankful we are, and hopefully they'll come back out because our kids love it. Our program loves it. We are a community program, and I just see that growing each and every week, and so proud of it. And I just want to give a shout out to our whole Wildcat family everywhere. Thank you, guys.
We've had back-to-back dramatic wins, the season finale and the season opener at Richardson. Virginia Lynchburg comes in here this weekend. Not much known about them, have never played them before. What do you expect to see from the Dragons?
Well, I know a little bit. I have a little bit of heritage with the area, so I know some people who are familiar with the program, and I have a little film. They're very athletic, they have some size. Their roster changes over fairly frequently, so it's early in the year for them. I think the key for us is it's about us. We need to show up and be the best version of us that we can be, execute at a high level, and as I say each week, the score will take care of itself.
So, Coach, Georgetown was a tough physical FCS opponent. This week's a little different. You expect to see some guys who might not have seen action on Saturday get in the game?
Well, you always hope you have the opportunity to play some of the younger roster, and each week you hope that, and you kind of prepare those guys. And so, we'd like to think maybe that some of those young backs, Dylan Sparks, Aris Hilliard, right, Kenny Collins, some of those guys will maybe get their first live action of college football, and some young defensive guys, Jaden Pask and maybe Josh Seppi and some of those guys, Trey No will get an opportunity. But we got to show them, be prepared to get after it from the get-go. And if that opportunity arises, that's great, and we look forward to it. But we'll focus on let's be the best we can be from the get-go.
All right, Coach, that'll do it for us on this edition of the Davidson Football Coaches Corner, powered by Wade Associates. Come check out the Davidson Wildcats this weekend at 6 o'clock at Richardson Stadium against Virginia Lynchburg. And as always, follow us on Twitter at DavidsonFB and DavidsonWildcats.com. For Scott Abell, I'm Jake Brewer. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next Monday.